What's going on, YouTube? What's happening? When it sounds too good, I never trust a man. Thank y'all for tuning in for another video. Welcome back. And this video gonna be a different for me on my channel. I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. And I'm asking, where are our black leaders at in this time, man? We 9 to 5 issues going on. We got no fathers in the home. You know what I'm saying? We got gang crisis going on. Black men shooting one another, taking each other out, brothers, sisters, family. And I think it's about time for a change, bro. I think it's about time for a change. Because if we keep going at this rate, there's no telling what type of world we have. Even though we have advanced in technology, it still seems like technology has advanced, but as far as us, the human race, we have decreased our productivity. We have decreased. The American dream is over with. It's over. And we were sold so many dreams of hard work pays off. And hard work does pay off, but you gotta work. This what pays off. Your mind. Physical labor, over with. That's not paying off. It's the mind frame you have in whatever you're doing. That what pays off. You gotta be smart, strategic. You have to adapt to different scenarios and situations. Gang members, not even gang members. You got regular dudes who ain't gang bang a day in their life and having shootout.
Out at a gas station, caught on camera, the driver in the black car suddenly started shooting, and the driver in the red car fired back. Now then watch as the man who started shooting comes back around, and then they both fire round after round. All of this in front of that.
Or somebody said something, or somebody mess with somebody female, somebody broad. You feel me? Somebody hating the fact that you getting all this stuff, you shining. Somebody hating, they want to take you out. You got something that they ain't got. See, I'm gonna tell you something. I lost my brother, well, my cousin, but I consider him one of my big brothers because he had something they didn't have, and his life was taken. Cold hard case, gone. Left him out on the trail. Then he had the decency to call 911 anonymously and say, hey, such and such is over here. Somebody please send help or something. Somebody found him while walking on the trail. You have that going on. You have kids growing up without no fathers. And I'm gonna tell you something, fathers is needed in this world.
Because the black boy is the only boy who don't have a man to show him how to think. We have a mother to show us how to act out of emotions. So most black boys who grew up in the house with his mama, right? He don't have a man to show him how to get mad, sit down, think, go outside, smoke him a cigarette, listen to the music, go fishing, talk to him, call his brother. He ain't have a man to show him that. So he don't have no other kind of way to think past his emotion. Who's teaching him this? His mama at work.
Yeah, we do. Fathers is needed because you got to think about it. A mother can only do so much. A mother can nourish you and give you the direction as far as your emotions. Like you fall, hey, and they run into your rescue. Hey, pick yourself up, baby. Come on, get up. They only can show you how to handle things emotionally. And when it comes down to some serious communication or anything like that, you can't handle your emotions because you was taught by a woman how to handle hers. Because when a woman emotions are flaring, they act out. So you got all these young men in this world acting out on their emotions. They not thinking clearly. They getting arguments with women. Each woman they arguing, fighting, DAs, battery charges, restraining orders. And not to fault no woman who's taking care of their kid the best way they can, but a father leads in different ways a woman can't. You kind of see when you see your daddy getting up every day and going to work, taking care of his family. You just know where your dad at. My dad at work. He come home Friday night, Saturday night. You know, y'all going out to eat. Y'all going to have fun as a family. Y'all doing something. And you see the family dynamic with your dad around. You see what's going on. You see him go out there, cut the grass, wash the cars, change the oil, showing you how to handle your emotions as a man. Sometimes you gotta sit back and think like, oh, I can't be acting out like this. That's what your dad teaches you, how to handle yourself as a man before you be out of here. First and foremost, the housing prices, out of control, worse than ever. Houses is becoming $250,000 homes. People tell you buy a home and use that home as leverage for equity and to get a loan to get rich. But you need 10 to 30% down payment to get that home. 30-year mortgage. They tell you do that, then buy another home, use that home to pay for that other home, and then keep on flipping. Ain't nobody got time for that. You basically set yourself up in ways that sometimes suppose you break your leg or you get in a bad car accident, you fall ill, fall sick. Now you got this 30-year mortgage on this land and you can't afford it. You can't pay the taxes, anything. Now you lose it to the bank, whoever financed the loan for you. And everything is basically in the kids' hands at this point. So housing, if you're not in good shape and good health, you can lose everything.
I'm like, man, they lied to me. I'm like, this is supposed to be the American dream. Working 60, 70-hour work weeks. By the way, my wife is doing the same thing. And, every Sunday night I'm seeing this look on her face because as the sun begins to set, her face begins to drop. Because what?
Monday's getting closer.
Monday's getting closer, man. I got to go to
jobs. A basic plant job in the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s was enough. It supplement just enough income for you to get the American dream stuff. The car, the house, the clothes, the shoes, the white picket fence, the dog, your woman. Now, a basic plant job, the amount of overtime you need just to get a fraction of those things. Car notes, insurance. $500 is a basic car note now. Insurance, full coverage. That shit gonna be over $200 with all the natural disasters depending on where you at. So as much as we try to run after that finish line, go to school, get a trade, get a degree, get a PhD, doctors, all that shit, student loans out the ass, that finish line, keep moving. And I'm thinking it's getting to the point where we have to stand up and fight. We have to fight for what we want. We have to fight for fairness. We can't keep living like this. We are comfortable with the fact we can come home and turn on the AC unit. We're comfortable with the fact that we can get out, put in our 25 cars, push button start, seat move back and forth, and steering wheel come up, hello, such and such. Got a big ass computer screen to your side of you, and you pressing buttons. You comfortable with it. That the fact that you sold your soul for a paycheck and you making somebody else rich, and they tell you to be happy with what you're getting. You got dudes at a company basically house Negroes and letting them do them any kind of way, talk to them any kind of way because they feel like they privileged to get a paycheck, a steady paycheck. There was an instance at work where I'm sitting here seeing something go wrong and a dude stopped me because I would put the company in jeopardy, telling me you should never stand up and make the company lose money. I'm saying I'm trying to help out somebody I see that's in trouble that don't work for us, but clearly they're in trouble. Clearly something done happened. You want to stop me from trying to help them? Now they got to deal with the issue going forward. They might not never come back over here. And he tells me it is what it is. That's their problem. We ain't got to worry about it. What if that was you? I want to tell them that. What if that was you? It's a losing battle. With older people, it's a losing battle. They feel privileged and everything. They getting that steady paycheck and not knowing their full value because you got to accommodate for these times. It's 25. You're going to pay a wage that you could have got paid 10, 15 years ago, considering the circumstances, but you cool what you got. Toby be a good master.
Toby be good nigga for massa. Good nigga. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good field hand, boss. Good field hand, massa.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand and you can stay here.
Toby stay. Toby stay. Toby be good now. Toby be real good.
Y'all seen that shit. Toby be a good for massa. And I love my white people. I love everybody. But we want fair. Not just fair for black people. As a race, as a mankind, as a mankind, we want fairness. Even the white folks that's working with us, they want fair too. They getting the shit in the stick too. Don't get it twisted. They getting it too. So we all having the same issues come up, but we're not doing nothing about it, and we need to. You work all week, 60, 70 hours a week.
You know, people don't want to think for themselves anymore. Well, they're conditioned at work. Think about if you have a job. The majority of people in this country have a job where you have a boss. The bosses are a very small minority. The majority of people work for that boss. If you work for a corporation, they have very strict rules that they'd like you to follow. There's behavior rules, there's language rules, there's dress rules, there's, rules about the time you're supposed to be there and the amount of work you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to take home and what's required of you. People are conditioned to have someone tell them what they can and can't do. And then they get off on Friday and they can't wait to get drunk. And that's part of why they want to get drunk, is they want to escape. They want to escape this grind of a world. A person who can become autonomous, a person who can have their own job where it's their business or it's their product that they're selling or their art that they're selling, or there's something where you can be self-sufficient. That is the biggest freedom that a person can have in this culture. And most people don't have that freedom. So most people are conditioned to have someone lay the rules out for them, tell them when they're supposed to be there, tell them what they get when they work for an hour. That most people don't have the ability to just think.
Turn around and get drunk on the weekend. Come Sunday, you sad, depressed, angry. Monday right around the corner. Monday right around the corner, and everybody in your house knows tomorrow is coming, and they can feel it because you pissed off. Where are our leaders? Where are they at?
Where is people who gonna advocate for us people?
It ain't the president.
It ain't D.L. Hughley. It ain't Al Sharpton. It ain't Ricky Smiley, Tyler Perry. All them dudes are for the bottom dollar. They sold out.
They sold themselves. They sold out. Which way we turn, and you say, well, who is it? Which way we turn? It's
you the change. You the revolution.
Or you can be a selfish MF and eat other people
to get what you need. You got people who are backdooring people for jobs, contracts.
It's a dirty game of his code. That's why nobody has friends.
It's a dirty game because each and everybody trying to find ways to get over the next man. You got two big people out there that can be carpenters.
Got a contract to build a patio, front porch, a canopy.
That dude will go behind the other guy, backdoor him to get the contract instead of coming together.
That's what we gotta go through as men and women. There's no friends because of that situation. Backdooring, not trustworthy. How can I trust you when you doing nasty, evil stuff? You worrying about the bottom dollar, and that's all people are worrying about nowadays, is the bottom dollar. But if we had the abundance of fairness, affordability, we wouldn't have this division going on. There's no reason a house should cost $250,000, $500,000. And ain't nothing been reworked in the house. No reason. There's no reason a brand new car off the lot, $20,000, but with finance and everything else, you have sort of bad credit. That shit gonna cost you $30,000, $40,000, double the price. Insurance scam, because you paying for something, you wind up getting hit, your insurance go up, and all they do is pay for the car. That's it. Government's corrupt. The world is effed up, and it ain't gonna get better until we as a humankind come together and fight for this. We have to start making some real deal moves. These cameras, these topics, these conversations ain't gonna be enough. We got to start putting foot on people's neck, straight up. We have to start getting on stands, rallying, get the news involved, because the news is the biggest gossipers. We need the news behind it. We gotta come and stand and fight for what we need, because if we don't, we're gonna be fighting for bread. We're gonna be fighting for canned goods. It's gonna be the rich versus the poor. But it ain't gonna be the rich versus the poor. It's gonna be poor versus poor. Rich gonna be rich. We're gonna be fighting our neighbor for shit. Hot water, running water, drinking water. It's gonna be areas that once was, ain't gonna be no more. Gone, tore down, goodbye. Modern day, built. Some bullshit with no energy. One big hurricane come, bye, blowing away, gone. We gotta come together, bro. We need that movement. We need Malcolm X movements, not MLK, because he realized it was too late to save his people. But we need some, I ain't talking about pro-black or anything like that. I'm talking about me, white man, Mexican, Indian, all of us together for fair rights. It's just too expensive. And it's by design, it's by greed. It don't have to be like this, but it's by design. And it's effed up, you see? We're pitted against each other. Murders after murders. On top of the working man grinding 70 hours a week, nothing. Wife getting clapped by a joker who ain't got a dime to his name. Only reason why she let him clap because his wood 10 inches. Ain't got a working bone in his body, he just in there. We gotta get that real back. Bring the real back. Bring the 90s back. We wasn't scared to do nothing. We too pussy. We contempt.
You tired of drinking every weekend? Did you tired of that shit?
I don't drink every weekend, but I know people who do. And it's not every weekend now. It's during the week. Your judgment is clouded Your decisions is notified.
Your topics and conversations complaining about what's going on in the workplace. They not paying us fair enough. They not paying us fair enough. Why we not rallying?
Why we not rallying? Student loans out of control, schooling, scam. We gotta come together, bro. Fuck it. If it takes somebody to go on the ground, hey, so be it. Ain't like we ain't been there before. People have went in the ground to fight for what they wanted. We ain't doing that now. People are too scared to sacrifice because people are scared of him. Why would you fear somebody who's supposed to grant you paradise and fruition and love and passion and elegance? It's elegancy, heaven. Why would you fear somebody who got all that waiting for you and you scared of them? You scared to transition over because you've been doing wrong. You've been doing the wrong shit. And it's by design. It's designed to you in your mind and body and soul to do the wrong fucking thing. You got people, and as you get older, you get
more scared and more scared because you know your time is coming. You gotta answer to somebody who majority of the world fears. Why would you fear a man that you supposed to love?
Why would you fear somebody that you supposed to love? Or is it all blasphemy? You know what I'm saying? Are we dealing with a selfish God? Somebody who won't suffer in pain? Why would somebody who they say we're supposed to love him, love us, but we fear him? Nah, don't fear somebody that you're supposed to love. So we gotta fight, bro. We gotta fight back. It's gonna get out of hand. Either we fight back, we're gonna be fighting each other. I'm telling you, it's gonna come down to it. It may not come down in the next year or so, but your children are getting older. Do you want them out there fighting for a piece of bread? Do you want that? A canned good that's a year expired. Rich versus poor? No. Poor versus poor. Rich stay together. And we need to too. Peace.